All right. Good morning, everyone. So, welcome to our virtual fair. So, this is the Study in Canada virtual fair hosted by ACN and Apply Board. So, we are honored to be joined here today with our school representatives from Bow Valley College, Confederation College, Fleming College, Mohawk College, and Saskatchewan Polytechnic. All right. So, this is our session one, where we will be talking about the industries for education and healthcare. All right, so I can assume everyone can see my screen, so I will begin. So for today, we will be learning how you can become an international student in Canada. So Apply Board will talk about the Study Canada, Industry Forecast, and Immigration Pilot. And then later on, we will meet the representatives from our partner schools. And then we will have our games. So everyone is encouraged to join. You can win prizes. All right, so exciting. And then we will also have the question and answer at the end of our virtual fair. Our school representatives are here to answer any queries that you may have. So without further ado, let us all begin. Again, good morning. So I am Via Barcelona and I am representing ACN Southern Immigration and Education Services. So if this is your first time with our firm, let me introduce ACN. So we are an immigration and education consultancy. So we offer migration and study opportunities to three countries, Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. But for today, we are focusing on our programs for Canada. So this is the study and work to immigrate programs. Okay, now, in order for you to become an international student in Canada, you will have to secure a study permit. So now, this is a document issued by the Government of Canada that allows non-Canadian nationals to study at designated learning institutions or DLIs. Now, DLIs are those schools allowed by the Government of Canada to host international students. Now, let me give you a few reasons why should you choose to study in Canada. So first of all, they have outstanding quality of education. So they have 11 of the top 250 universities worldwide. So from also their elementary to their postgraduate schools, they have top-notch education. All right? Next is they have one of the lowest tuition fees among English-speaking countries. So they are cheaper than the US, UK, and Australia. Okay. Next reason is they are number one in the quality of life ranking. So they have been number one for 5 years already, and they have five of the top 100 student cities in the world. Okay. So even though you're still a student in Canada, you will be able to experience the good quality of life that the Canadians are experiencing. All right. Next is they are one of the safest countries in the world for international students. So this is thanks to they have one of the lowest crime rates. This is thanks to their fair justice system. They have strict gun control laws and they have a good community policing. All right. Next and lastly, they have a diverse and multicultural society. In fact, they have an official national policy of multiculturalism. So you won't be the only Filipino or you won't be the only foreigner studying in Canada or living in Canada. They have a diverse society there. They embrace diversity. All right. Now, let me talk about the benefits of studying in Canada. So, you can work while you study. So, you can work part time, which is 20 hours per week. You can bring your spouse or your dependents, even if you're still under a student visa, a student permit status. Your spouse can work part time while you work full time. And then your dependents who are under 18 years old can get free education. Next is you can get postgraduate work permit. So this is a program that allows students who have graduated from eligible DLIs to obtain an open work permit to get um, valuable Canadian work experience. All right. And then you can also apply for permanent residency while or after studying. But this still depends if you are qualified for their permanent residency programs. Okay, now for the eligibility, who can study in Canada? What are your qualifications? Okay, so you have to be at least 18 years old or of of legal age. You have to be at least a senior high school graduate if you are from the K to 12 programs. But if you're from the old curriculum, at least second year college. Okay. Next, you should have English requirements. You should be financially capable. So you have to be ready to shoulder your cost of living, tuition fees. You have to have a genuine study purpose. I will talk about this later on. And then finally, you should have good health and character. All right. Now, let me talk about the permit application process. So, we will talk about it in 4 steps. So, first step is the contract signing. So, you have to sign the ACN agreement saying that you are getting us as your educational consultants. ACN will be the one, will be like the middleman between the school for your enrollment and between the embassy and immigration for your permit process. So you have to pay the ACN fee, and then we will give you a list of the complete requirements. All right. Once that is done, we will do the study planning. So you have to determine the location of your school, what program you're going to take, and then the genuine study purpose. So I mentioned it a while ago that it is one of the eligibility to become a student in Canada. So this is actually a very important document. So there are no interviews when you apply for your permit in Canada. Instead, you will have to submit a letter addressed to the immigration officer at the embassy explaining why you want to study in Canada, why uh, explaining why you want to study in Canada, what program you're going to take, and then what will be your plans after you study. Okay, so it's very important to also mention that you will be returning home to the Philippines because, again, this is a temporary visa. The student permit is a temporary visa, so they have to see that you have intentions to go back to your country. But of course, we understand that a lot of you will be using this as a pathway for your permanent residency or for a open work permit in Canada. We just cannot state it in the genuine study purpose. All right? ACN will help you compose and edit your letter. We have a template for this. Don't worry. So next, once you have your study plan laid out, we'll begin with your admissions. So you as the student will have to fill out your application forms or your enrollment forms and gather your requirements. ACN will submit your application to your preferred partner school. We'll be receiving a letter of offer, and then we will have to pay an initial tuition fee. So the great thing about schools in Canada is you don't it's not required to pay a full tuition fee. So you can just pay a minimum amount to get your letter of acceptance. So pay the tuition fee, and then we will receive your letter of acceptance. Once you have that acceptance letter, we'll be able to do your permit application. So you as the applicant will have to fill out the application forms, gather the requirements, undergo medical health check and biometrics. ACN will submit your visa application, and then all we have to do is wait for a visa decision. Now, so when it comes to the permits, there are actually two kinds. There is the SDS or Student Direct Stream and the regular stream. So there is a difference between the two. So SDS, you are required to undergo the English requirements or the IELTS examination. You will have to do a payment, full 1 year payment of the tuition fee, and then you will also have to submit a bank statement that you deposited in a Canadian bank. This will be like your proof of financial capacity. And then there is the regular stream that it does not require you to pay a full tuition fee. It does not require you to do IELTS, but it requires you to show bank statements as your financial capacity. So these are the differences for the two streams. Now, the whole application process may take about 3 months. So just before this pandemic started, before COVID, we can do it in a span of 3 months. But right now, we are kind of experiencing a longer waiting processing period, especially when receiving the permit decisions from the embassy. Now, Canada actually implemented a temporary two-stage assessment process in which applicants will receive a notification once they pass a preliminary eligibility assessment. So this will also give you time for for the stage 2 if you have any documents that you have not yet completed due to the pandemic, because of course some government facilities, especially like the visa application centers, have limited operations, and it might take longer for them to do your documents. All right. Now, on your screens, you will see some photos of our visa grants who are already studying in Canada. So these are just a few photos of the many clients that we already have in Canada. If you want to see more of our visa recipients, you can join our Facebook group, ACN Southern Immigration and Education Services Visa Recipients. You can also like our page for to see more of our services, to see the other webinar schedules that we have, because we conduct webinars like this weekly. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. So this is actually fairly new. We record our webinars here on Zoom, and we will upload them on our YouTube channel so that you can go back and rewatch the information that we're giving you right now. So you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right. So for our contact information, you can email info@southernimmigration.com so you can get a copy of the estimate expenses for the application process. And after this virtual fair, an ACN consultant will get in touch with you to schedule your one-on-one orientation so that you can further discuss the details of your study opportunity, like which location you want, which program you want, and they will also be the one to handle your application when you start. Now, the orientation can be done via phone call, Messenger, Zoom, Google Meet, or Skype. Okay, so because everything is virtual right now, so you can be done virtually then. But if you prefer going to the office for a face-to-face interactions, but of course, safety precautions always. We are located in Makati, in Angeles, Baguio, and Gapan City. All right. So those are our office locations. All right. So, oh, okay, sorry, nakita niyo na yung game. So that is the end of my presentation right now. So I would like to introduce Cristel Valenzuela from ApplyBar to talk about Canada, the industry forecast, and the immigration pilot. So hi, Cristel.
Hi, Bea. Good morning. And good
Good
morning to your
morning.
wonderful team at ACN and, of course, our participants today. Before I proceed with my presentation, I would like to introduce first our amazing guest speakers today. So, can I do that first? Okay, awesome. Can I request our panel today to switch on their video and their microphone so you could say hi? First off, I'd like to introduce our the regional manager at Bow Valley College, Mr. Eric Nguyen. Nguyen. Hi,
Yes.
Eric.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Thank you for gracing your time with us today. I know you are on a holiday, but you're
Yes.
still here with us. So really, really appreciate. Okay,
Yes.
thank
Thank
you.
you for everyone for your time.
Lovely. Love your background. Next is we have the Southeast Asia International Partner Market Specialist, Mr. Nathan Tran.
Hi, good morning,
Hi.
everybody. Now in Canada, it's 10:19 p.m. in my area.
Wow.
It's quite cold today. It's almost 0 degree today at night. So I'm glad that to see you today and hope to speak to you soon.
Lovely. Thanks, Mr. Nate. I know it's almost midnight there, and you are here also gracing your time with us. Thanks very much. Okay, next is we have the international representative of Confederation College, Mr. Min Ta Nguyen. Hello.
Hello everyone.
Always lovely to see your smile. It really brightens my day up. Isn't it, Bea? Mr. Min has an amazing smile. All right, thank you. And of course, we have uh, the program coordinator at Saskatchewan Polytechnic, Miss May Van Thiele. Hi, Miss
Hello,
Van.
Gretel. Hello, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
most of our guests today are not based in the Philippines. We have people, of course, who are based in Vietnam. Some are in Canada, and one is on a holiday. And of course,
Yeah.
the last speaker is based in the Philippines. He is the regional representative of Fleming College, Mr. Emmanuel Leandre Gerardius. Hello, Mr. Eman. Good morning.
Hello, hello, Crystal. Good morning. Good morning to all and to all AC and team. Thank you for inviting us in this webinar.
Our pleasure. Thanks very much. Okay. All right. So now that we have introduced our panel today, again, we're very grateful that you are here today. I'm going to proceed with my presentation. Okay, allow me to share my screen. Here we are. Okay. All right. So hopefully you can see my screen. Bea, do let me know if everything is all right.
Everything is good, Crystal.
Okay. All right. Thanks once again. So my name is Crystal Valenzuela, and I am the International Recruitment Manager at Apply Board Philippines. Our headquarters is based in Ontario, Canada. So we have this amazing efforts wherein we bring valuable information to those who would want to have a greater qualification in Canada, or I guess a better life in the long run. So we're very thrilled and grateful for ACN for co-hosting this event with us today. So for the morning session, we are going to cover education, or it could be also social studies, and of course healthcare. And in the afternoon session, if we do have friends, relatives, or maybe you who might be also interested, we're going to cover the business industry, our business programs. Okay, so let me proceed. Today I have to cut short my presentation since our guest speakers would tackle on the specific program. So I'll just dwell on the reasons why we should really ought to consider studying in Canada. Earlier, Bea has mentioned about the features of studying in Canada, the benefits of studying in Canada. I'm going to just like put a little bit of boost on some of the benefits of it. And of course, as an international student, is it really, really plausible for me to achieve my PR status or immigration plan? So that's the question that we have at the back of our mind. So for those who are keen on pursuing this, again, there is a possibility. And after which, we're going to proceed with the individual presentation by each institute, and followed by games and Q&A. So you want to make sure that our 1 hour and a half would be really, really succulent for each and everyone here. Okay, so who is Apply Board? I just like to introduce first, because earlier ACN has, of course, given their profile, and it is really, really essential that you know the company that you're going to trust. You should know their background, you should know their profile, their portfolio. It's because, let's face it, the study pathway is you're going to invest your time, your energy, your blood, sweat, and tears, okay? And of course, your money as well. I use the word investment because this is something like when you shell out of money, you're going to get something in return. This is not an expense, unnecessary expense. Don't put it in that box or category. This is an investment. An investment meaning to say you're going to get something in return, all right? Not only for you, but also for your family. So it is very crucial that you know the company that you will trust your future with, okay? So ASEN has spoken about their profile, definitely, or in secured hands. So with Apply Board, we are not an agency, okay? So we are an edutech platform wherein we help or assist or collaborate with legitimate consultants globally, and of course, here in the Philippines. And we're very happy to inform you that our platform, we have the sought after destinations. We do have in the US, we have, of course, in Australia as well. We have in the UK, which they also have the post-study visa, and Canada. the sought-after destinations for Filipinos and non-Filipinos alike. We have about 1,200 affiliated institutions, but today we have curated, the best colleges in Canada. So you would see it for yourself. You would know the programs firsthand. And I don't probably know this person in the middle. Okay, so this is of course the Honorable Prime Minister of Canada, Mr. Justin Trudeau. He was present during the inauguration of our headquarters in Canada. He was there. He graced he shared and graced his time with the founders. You can see the founders on both of his sides. On his sides, they're very young, and they were also an immigrant themselves. Okay. They also had a vision. They were former students, they were alumni of a Canadian institute. And then they also had a vision, okay, to help a lot of those who would want to pursue their dreams, well, in Canada or elsewhere. So that's why they created the solution, which is the EduTech platform called Applyboard. And this is another proud moment. This man in the middle is the brother of the Prime Minister of the UK, Mr. Joe Johnson, and he is also a board member of Apply Board. So we're giving you this this details so you'd really know that our services, the people behind this vision are really, really notable, and hopefully that we can also assist you with your dreams in the future. Okay. So one of the things that we're really proud of is that we are a very young company, but we were able to bag Technology Fast 50 last year as Canada winner by Deloitte. And recently, we were able to bag Canada's newest unicorn for EdTech startup with a valuation of $1 billion. So why are we sharing this information? I mean, what's the bearing? What does it have to do with you? Like what we said, when you, okay, Bea mentioned earlier that everything is submitted online, okay? So you have to be certain, okay? You have to be certain that all the documents that you submit, these are all confidential. That's your passport, your academic qualification. So you should really know that it goes through a very secured process, okay? So with this platform that we use, everything is secured. You have nothing to worry about. So we've got it covered for you, okay? All right, and of course, we're very psyched to inform you that with the numerous, with hundreds and thousands of consultants globally, we're very proud and happy that we have ACN as one of our top consultants here in the Philippines. So thank you once again, ACN, for always supporting our vision. May you be able to help more Filipinos in the future. So I'm going to dwell on the features of why we should really studying in Canada. What are we going to get in return if we go and proceed with this journey for hours? Okay, first and foremost is that you are indeed studying, but you are allowed to work while studying. Okay, so if you're going to do let's say, what is quite common, you do a 1-year program or a 2-year program here in the Philippines. That's normally the trend. So if you do a 1-year program, in reality, it's not the 1 whole year of studying. So it could be 8 months, and it's not really every day. So during your off days or your free time, then you are allowed to work about 20 hours per week. Okay, that is off campus, and then you can work about 40 hours or full during your school holidays or your term break, your any holidays that is deemed under the Canadian calendar, then you can work full-time while studying. Okay, so 20 hours off campus, 40 hours or more off campus as well. But wait, you can also work on campus. Yep. So that it doesn't have any limit. There's no like maximum number of hours, as long as of course you can manage your time. Let's bear in mind that this is still a study pathway. Okay, so you should have an excellent time management skills, as long as you can balance everything, your studies and having the Canadian work experience and gaining some income. Okay, I think you are good to go. Okay, but you have to bear in mind that your focus is to study, gain a Canadian qualification so you can be more employable. Your work portfolio will be sought after. Okay, so you can work on campus unlimited, off campus 20 hours, 40 hours or more during your school breaks, and if your program has a co-op or a paid internship, that's another income. Isn't it thrilling? So you're gonna gain profit or income while studying. So that's what we're trying to say. All right. Okay. So next would be, uh, okay. So make sure that the program that you're gonna go for or the school is a designated learning institute. So you'll be given, of course, a what we call the PGW or open work permit. So you get this right after you have commenced your studies. This is legal. Of course, you have to tell the Canadian government you're going to go for this right after your study, and then you are allowed to work full time after you graduate. So a 1-year program, be entailed with a 1-year open work permit, and a 2-year would be 2 to 3 years. Okay, and very, very important for your Canadian experience. So if you would want to apply for your PR, very valuable for you. Okay, next is, as mentioned by Bear earlier, great news is that the schools, they do not require you to pay everything in one go, so you can do it in term payment, meaning to say you have to settle a deposit fee. It depends on the institution, but you don't have to settle 1-year tuition fee, okay? We'll find out about the deposit fee by each college later on. All right, next one is a great news is that we've got great colleges that waive IELTS. So it depends though, there's a condition when it comes to this. Normally you would need to submit a minimum of instruction, or you have plus you have graduated, not graduated, but you have at least like 2 year of post-secondary qualification. So it could be undergrad or associate degree, post-secondary or tertiary education. Okay. Next one is we've got sorry for the typo. So we've got scholarships, partial scholarships. Bear in mind that this would be based on different areas. It could be academic, or it could be on campus, meaning to say once you have commenced your studies there, you have performed well, then you can apply for scholarships. It really depends on the school, okay? But this is not full scholarship, okay? So this is a partial only. Next is, of course, we all know this for a fact, no discrimination, but I'm talking about the study environment. What it means by this is that basically they do not look at the age, okay? So there is no age limit when it comes to studying in Canada. They welcome you with open arms when it comes to this facet, okay? So there's no discrimination when it comes to age. All right, next one is, imagine, okay, you're going to study, you're investing, of course, for your tuition fee and your accommodation, your cost of living, but then you will get all of these benefits. You can work part-time. You can apply for a PR eventually if you want to. You can bring your spouse or your partner with you. It's like a de facto, okay? And they can be given open work permit. And you can bring your kids as well, and they can study for free up until 18 years old. And they can also receive allowance in the future. So imagine the investment that you just have shelled out, and then you get all of these in return. I'm really, really quite impressed. It's raining quite heavy here in my area. Okay, and last but not the least, of course, this is some incredible way for you to pursue your PR possibilities. If you only desire to, if you want to go back to the Philippines or work elsewhere, absolutely that is fine. But the study pathway is one of the evident and successful pathways for you to achieve your permanent residency status. Okay? All right, so there we go. So now let's talk about the immigration pathways, being an international student. So how is it really possible? This might be quite technical, so I have included the link here at the bottom. So you can check it yourself. This is the IRCC website. And all of the in-depth information would be well stipulated there. You can find the criteria, you can find the different types of immigration pathways for international students and the subcategories. So I'm just gonna talk about this in passing. So first is the express entry. Under the express entry, there are 4 subcategories. We'll touch on after this slide. And next one is the Atlantic Immigration Pilot, one of the really most famous. However, there's an expiration for this. This will end by next year, okay? So there's no news if it will be extended, but let's wait and see. However, under the express entry, there is a provincial nominee, which could take, well, I would say no need to go through the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program, but we can go through the provincial nominee program under the 4th Atlantic Territories. Okay, so first one under the, sorry about that. First one under the express entry. So this is the express entry. We've got Canadian Experience Class, Federal Skilled Worker Program, Federal Skills Trade, and Provincial Nominee Program. So these are the 4 categories. It depends on the program, depends on the province, and you could go for any of this. Okay, so under the provincial nominee, this is quite popular amongst the students. There are a lot of subcategories for which, as you can see, every province would have their unique provincial nominee program as an international student. So it is crucial that you do your research, okay? Of course, ACN will guide you with your pursuing your studies, but it will be also great that you're familiar with how can we achieve really the peer pathway as an international student, okay? So these are some of the few, and also this. RNIP is really one of the most popular now. Ontario Immigration Nominee Program as well. Saskatchewan also has. Okay. All right, as you can see here. Sometimes even as where the school is located, they can have 2 provincial nominees. So it really depends on which or how you would strategize. All right, so that ends my presentation. Hopefully that you are more enlightened now with the benefits, the 4 benefits of studying in Canada, and of course, what are the long-term possibilities for you. Okay, so about the programs and the specific programs for education, social, and healthcare, our honorable guest will be talking about it. So allow me to call in our first speaker today. We have Bow Valley College, Mr. Eric Nguyen. Take it away.
Thank you, Crystal. Hello, everyone. I'm Eric from Bow Valley College. So today I will talk about my area and also my college with a program related to healthcare and also education. So the first thing is I will share my screen. So everyone can see my screen now, right? So first, I will talk about our destination in general. Canada is the most educated country in the world, and we also have the #1 quality of life, not only for the student, but also for student family, and you can build a very good opportunity for the future. And we are the second biggest country in the world, so a lot of places that you can have a new start. About my city called Calgary. So Calgary is one of the most famous city in Canada. At this moment, we have 1.5 million people in Calgary. We have the second lowest cost of living in North American city. So students only pay about 9,000 to 10,000 Canadian dollar per year for living. Besides that, we rank #5 in the top 10 most livable city in the world. And we have the highest median salary in the whole country in Canada, about 15 Canadian dollar per hour. The reason why we have the lowest cost of living, but still have the highest median salary, because we have the very good tax. So you can see here, our tax is only 5%. Compared with Toronto is 13% and Vancouver 12%. So the good news, just yesterday, the IRCC updates the new restriction and rule for international students. So start by nearly the end of this month, some of institutions who have registered and approved with the COVID-19 readiness plan will be accepted for students to study on campus and also come inside the country. The most important thing is students who still study online or stay outside Canada can access the country now. And we are one of the list of institutions can be accepted for the student. Bow Valley College. We are the top public college in Alberta and also in the whole Canada. We was founded in 1965 in downtown Calgary. So some of our advantage is affordable tuition and living expense. Our tuition fee is just about 15 to 18,000 per year. 93% of our program has work experience component, which means we offer internship, practicum, or co-op for our students. Nearly 90% of our students can easy to get a job within 6 months after graduation. It's a pretty good rate. And at this moment, we have nearly 17,000 students study in 5 schools under the college: School of Business, School of Community, School of Health Wellness, School of Technology, and Global Access. Today, we will only talk about community study and health wellness. So as I mentioned before, we in the heart of Calgary is a downtown. So our campus are very close to shopping mall, art center, museum, historic building, and also a lot of attractive area. First, we will talk about community study. At this moment, we have nearly 10 programs for international students to choose when study in community study. Some of famous programs with Filipino students, for example, child youth care, disability study, early childhood, social work or justice study. You can see here most of our program is 2-year program. So with the PGWP policy, students who study this program can stay for maximum 3 years. So with 3 years, you can do a lot of things like working and get the PR. The median salary is also a good advantage when you compare our program with other institutions, because our students, after graduation, we have the median salary from 40,000 to 90,000 per year. And why our student can easy to get a job like that? The reason is we have international practicum or local practicum project. So most of our students will have the chance to practice what they will do exactly in the future. School of Health Awareness. At this one, we only have 3 programs: healthcare, health human service, and pharmacy technician. And this program also have a very good salary from 50,000 to 80,000 per year. And just like other program, we offer practicum for students who want to practice in hospital or pharmacy, so they will know exactly what they will do in the future after graduation. If our student want to upgrade their study to university, we also offer university transfer for both certificate, diploma, and post-diploma program. So you can choose Unicary, Royal Road, or Lethbridge, a lot of famous university in Canada. Scholarship. So I think this is the most a lot of students want to know. We have variety of award and scholarship from 1,500 to more than 2,000. So at very first start, student can apply for entrance scholarship about 2,000. But while you're studying, if you have very good performance, you have high GPA, we can offer you a lot of other scholarship and award, and you can apply as many as scholarship you want. About the requirement, we have academic requirement and English requirement. First is academic requirement. It's pretty easy. With certificate and diploma, students need to graduate from high school. And with post-diploma and post-baccalaureate, students need to graduate from college or university. English requirement. So with Filipino students, we waive the IELTS, the TOEFL, the English requirement. Only if English is the language of instruction in their high school, college, or university, if they can prove is the language of instruction. But if you don't have that requirement, you can apply with our international English program, or you can submit your IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo. With Duolingo, we still accept for until September 2021. So it's pretty easier for you to get Duolingo test than IELTS or TOEFL. So that all of our information about our area and program in community study and healthcare program. If you have any question, you can contact me with the email here or ask me any question. So thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Eric. Okay, hopefully, Bea, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Thank you, thank you. Was just testing because there's a heavy downpour of rain happening right now in my area. Okay, thank you. Wow, great news, great fresh off the news from of course from Eric and Nathan. Thank you for sharing that link and that information. We're very excited with the new developments, and hopefully this would really expedite all of our plans now that some things are quite, I would say, quite clear as a crystal as of now. Meaning to say, talking about the possibilities of re-entering Canada. Thanks for sharing that. Great programs at Bow Valley College. Really looking forward to send students there. To our participants today, please take notes of the programs that you might be interested, and then later on you can discuss with your consultant, ACN. Okay, so for the next presentation, we are going to play a pre-recorded video from Mohawk College, but he is of course live here with us. So we want to make sure that our internet connection is also quite stable. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and share the video. Okay. All right, here we go. And
Hello, this is Nathan. Thank you for joining our sessions today. This is from Mohawk International, and today I would like to share about our health programs and how we can provide skilled health workers to Canadian people. So let's start.
Bea, can you hear the audio?
Yes, there's audio naman.
There's audio. Ako yata ang may technical. 1 second. Let me
Talking about programs, we can consider our programs in healthcare in different areas. First of all, in general care, we have early childhood education, child and youth care, and we have a lot of students here from the Philippines who are interested in personal support worker. If you're already a medical professionals, then you may consider Canadian healthcare for foreign trained professionals. So this program will provide you the knowledge and working knowledge and experience on the practices as well as rule regulations here in Canada to help you to start your career here in Canada. If you already are a medical professional, like you're already a nurse or a pharmacy technician, or you're already a doctor, a dentist in other countries. Other than that, we have office administration health services. Especially for practical nursing, you are not required to take pre-health to enter the program, but this is really competitive programs, and that's why you will be required to have a high score, like 80 to 85% in your science and biology subjects in your high school. And we have foundation program, that's pre-health sciences, pathway to certificates and diplomas. Over here, we have a program coordinator talking about personal support worker.
My name is Barb Toohey. I'm a professor of nursing and I am coordinator of the PSW program. It's actually going to be the perfect environment for students to learn in. Schlegel Villages is a long-term care residence, and they do have some apartments as well for retired residents. What the students will do is they will actually go to the Schlegel Village, to the long-term care home. They will have theory classes there, they will have their labs there, and then they will go up to the floors and actually practice what they've learned. The students that are studying at Wentworth Heights will be focusing on long-term care and gerontology, which is a specialty on its own. They are going to be in a small group. There's approximately 25 students, so they'll be working in smaller groups, and the focus will be on the older population. This is probably one of the hardest jobs you'll ever love. It's not for everybody. It's physically demanding and emotionally demanding, but it is so rewarding.
In mental health area, we have few other programs like concurrent disorders, expressive arts, autism and behavioral science, brain disorder management, or mental health disability management. So all of those programs are 1 year postgraduate. For therapies, you may consider different programs such as like occupational therapy assistance, physiotherapy assistant, and massage therapy, recreational therapy. And if you are interested to be a physical trainer, then you may consider health, wellness, and fitness. In terms of medtech, we have some programs like cardiovascular technology and pharmacy technician. That one is accredited by Pharmacy Technician Association in Ontario. And another program for pharmacy is a community pharmacy assistant. That's a 1 year program. And of course, if you are interested in biotech, we have two programs, biotechnology general or biotechnology health. Both of them have co-op options. A good news is that in September 2021, we will launch a Bachelor 4 years program in digital health, and we may have a graduate certificate in digital health as well. Let's talk about Hamilton Health Sciences. So the reason why health program is very strong at Mohawk College is because we also have a long-term partnership with Hamilton Health Sciences. So it is a hospital network of 7 hospitals and cancer centers serving Hamilton. And HSS, or Hamilton Health Sciences, has a very long-standing connection with Mohawk College, and together we are focused on training the workforce for the future. And with diverse opportunity in clinical and non-clinical settings, we support nurses, pharmacy technicians, personal support workers, business analysts, IT professionals, and variety of technical and administrative healthcare professionals succeeded here in Hamilton. Over the years, HSS hired around 350 alumni from Mohawk College, and they offer 100 co-ops and work placement every year. And we are partnering applying research and industry projects. We join academic partner and contribute to the study in health sciences. Here we have few students who talk about their work experience with HHS.
With Mohawk College, it has a great reputation for having a good balance of studies, but also practical experience. And that's kind of the beauty of schools like this, is that you're not only learning theoretical and technical knowledge, you have the opportunity to test that out in the real world.
So I was fortunate to actually have multiple placements. I think there were 6 that were offered, in addition to some in-service learnings. We were able to be buddied up with Big Brothers Big Sisters. That was kind of my first exposure to placement. And then moving forward, I was able to have 6 different placements within the hospital setting to kind of progress my skills. So through Mohawk College, I actually did a placement at McMaster Children's Hospital, and now 15 years later, I'm the senior technician there, where I'm in a leadership role and helping to guide and supervise the technicians. I absolutely love my job. I've been involved in many projects and implementations over the years, and I think that it's a great opportunity for new staff to come in and know there's so much more to pharmacy other than dispensing drugs. There's other departments you can get involved in. There's automation coming down the pipeline, and there's big projects ahead. So it's good to get your foot in the door now and experience all the change.
Okay, so if you are interested in healthcare programs, and you can start with an application package, including your application form, a copy of passport, photo page, and qualifications. For academic requirements, for postgraduate certificate, then you need to complete your college diploma or university qualification. If you are applying for diploma, advanced diploma, or certificates, we are requiring high school completion. And of course, we're considering your K-10 qualification in the Philippines as well. And especially from fall 2021, you may know that before we are requiring to take Howey exam, but the good news is that the requirement was removed. You don't have to take Howey exam anymore. You can apply directly to practical nursing, to occupational therapy assistant or physical therapy assistant, and cardiovascular technology without taking Howey exam. But the requirements is quite high because those are programs very competitive. We are requiring some sub-requirements such as biology, and you have at least 2 sciences subjects in your high school with the score over 80 or 85%. With regards to English requirements, so we are accepting different tests for winter 2021. Other than IELTS and TOEFL, now we are accepting Duolingo, PTE, and other tests available here in Canada as well. For English exemption, we have a list of universities from the Philippines, but there are few programs, especially pharmacy technician and massage therapy. Those programs are accredited by their profession boards here in Canada, and they have a specific requirements for international students. So if you apply for those programs, you must provide IELTS or TOEFL, even you are eligible for English exemption. Thank you, and I hope to speak to you soon.
All right. Thank you so much, Nathan of Mohawk College. So the first presentation was, of course, by Bow Valley College, which is based in Calgary, Alberta. From Calgary, Alberta, we flew to Hamilton, Ontario, and we're flying again to a different destination for our third presentation. So to our participants today, please do jot down your questions. You can write it right now as we go with the pitch, or you can also keep them aside and ask them later on. Okay. All right. So the next presenter would be Ms. Van of Saskatchewan Polytechnic. So we are now flying from Hamilton, Ontario to Saskatchewan. Hi, Ms. Van. Hello there.
Crystal. Yeah, hello again. Yeah.
So would you share your screen?
Yeah, you share or I share by myself?
You can, yeah, you can do it.
Okay.
If your internet connection is stable. Thank you once again.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Van, representative of Saskatchewan Polytechnic. Okay. Now I would like to share my presentation. Okay, please wait for me for a minute.
Hi, Van. Can you share the computer sound? We can't hear it.
Sorry, I'm sharing now. You can't hear?
I can share the video on your behalf if you're having trouble.
Oh, okay, okay, thank you.
You do it?
Yeah, I'm sharing, but you, yeah.
So yeah, because we can't hear it clearly.
Yeah, okay, please share it for me, please.
Okay. Right, 1 second. And share screen. Here we go. All right.
Hello everyone, my name is Van, a representative of Saskatchewan Polytechnic. First of all, I would like to say thank you for joining us today, and I hope you have further information after this event. As you know, there are currently quite a lot of students know about Saskatchewan because of its advantage policies. And I also would like to brief this once if you haven't got it, okay? Yeah, and as you can see here, the first policy is that free healthcare for students. With these policies, students don't need to buy health insurance like it is in other provinces. Health insurance covers doctor visits, hospital care, diagnosis services. However, they can get coverage related to eyes and dental cares. And the second one is that graduate retention program. This program requires graduate living in Saskatchewan by providing a rebate or tax return up to 20,000 Canadian dollars. To be eligible, the student have to live and file an income tax return only in Saskatchewan. And the most advantage policy attracting students to Saskatchewan is its immigration streams. And the first one, as you can see here, HINP, Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program. With this policy, students just need to work for a minimum of 6 months or 780 hours of paid employment in Saskatchewan, including on campus, off campus, and co terms, or full-time job. Of course, you have to have job offer on a major. Then they are eligible to apply for PR. And the second one is RNIP, Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot. RNIP is quite new to immigration pilot in Canada. Mutual of Saskatchewan is a city which have been covered for this program. Yeah, and SIT is Saskatchewan International Graduate Entrepreneur. And with this policy, students have to meet some criteria like be at least 21 years of age, have completed a full-time post-secondary degree or diploma of it at least 2 years from an eligible Saskatchewan institution, and some other requirements. However, please search on the website to get further information, okay? Yeah, and now I would like to talk a bit about the location of Saskatchewan. You may not know Saskatchewan is a double side of Philippines, and the population in Philippines is 108 times bigger than Saskatchewan. Besides, Saskatchewan has the lowest percentage of 18 to 64 years old people in the country. This is the labor force, so that's why it's open many advantage policies. In terms of travel, if from Vancouver, the flight takes you nearly 3 hours to Saskatchewan. And from Toronto, it takes you nearly 5 hours. And in terms of in terms of economy, Saskatchewan can be said to be quite strong and diverse because it is very strong about uranium, potash. And it's also imports durum wheat, lentils, and dry peas. During in Saskatchewan, during in Canada and other countries all over the world. Job opportunities at the start of this in 2019. Students can easily find a job in this related to these industries like mining, oil and gas, real estate, rental and leasing, etc. As you can see on the chart, and a part-time job as well. Very easy to find a job in these fields. Besides, it has great quality of life, low cost of living, and good community of life. And as you know, when studying abroad in Canada, public schools are always considered as the top priority for international students because they will be totally granted the post-grad work permit after graduation and its quality of teaching. And Saskatchewan Polytechnic is also a public school established in 1941. Saskatchewan Polytechnic provides with an industry-focused education that has a strong academic offering, invaluable industry connections, and effective applied research. Students will benefit from tailored and hands-on learning, which focus on developing an applied knowledge and skill set. Saskatchewan Polytechnic is also a member of Polytechnics Canada. It has high graduate employment rate, hands-on learning, and industry-driven training. Sask Polytech have 4 campuses in 4 different cities: Saskatoon, Regina, and Prince Albert, with 80 programs open to international students. And we offer small style classes. This aims to create a good environment for students to interact with their instructors. And Sask Polytech offer a low tuition fee, each ranging from 14,000 to 18,000 Canadian dollars per year. And for scholarships, we don't offer entrance scholarship to international students. However, after finishing the first semester, they can apply based on their transcript. And co-op term, there are 11 programs with co-op, and most of them are offered in Montreal, where there are a lot of industry located here. With the co-op terms, students are paid as staff. And for career fair, we usually organize many job training and job fairs for students so that they are trained how to apply for jobs, how to answer questions from employers, and where they can meet employers. That's why more than 90% graduates get jobs right in our community. And Saskatchewan Polytechnic has a variety of programs like School of Health Sciences and Nursing, School of Human Services and Community Safety, School of Business, School of Hospitality and Tourism, School of Information and Communications Technology, School of Mining, Energy and Manufacturing, School of Natural Resources and Built Environment, and the last one is School of Transportation. However, Saskatchewan is very strong about health sciences and nursing, and School of Human Services and Community Safety. Yeah, and for health and sciences and nursing, we offer continuing care assistant 1 year program. As a continuing care assistant, you will work directly with clients in long-term care, home care, assisted living, some area in acute care, and even special needs classroom. You will help them with mobility, personal care, assisting them to eat their meals and medication monitoring. Is a face-to-face people-focused job. And for health information management, we offer in 2 years. And for this program, students will prepare with the skill and knowledge to be at the forefront of managing critical health information. And for therapeutic recreation, we just offer once for 2 years, and we will accept the application for next semester. And for Bachelor in Nursing, it's a 4-year program and 2 years studying at Saskatchewan Polytechnic and 2 years at University of Regina. This one is has competitive entry, and we currently accepting the application. Is open on October 1st and closed December 31st. So if you are expecting to apply for this program, you should apply as soon as possible. And for practical nursing, we offer in 2 years. This one is subject to the high demand admission process. It's also open on October 1st and closed on February 15th. For health information management, Bachelor in Nursing and Practical Nursing requires IL 7.0, no band below 6.0. And the second one, we School of Human Services and Community Safety. We offer a variety of programs. However, we are very strong about early childhood education and educational assistance. Early childhood education we offer in 2 years. As an early childhood educator, you will support children as they learn through play. Your role will be to create developmentally appropriate curriculum and design inviting and effective quality learning environments for students. And educational early childhood education is high demand in Saskatchewan, and we offer in 3 campuses: Saskatoon, Regina, and Prince Albert. For educational assistance, we offer in 1 year, and if you like working one-on-one with kids with different needs, and you want to see them included in the classrooms, become an educational assistant might be the career for you. For the admission requirement, for diploma program, we require high school for new curriculum, and diploma and bachelor for old curriculum. We require IELTS 6.5, no band below 5.0. And for nursing, practical nursing and HIM, which require 7.0 as mentioned. If you pass level 2 EAP courses, it's similar with IELTS 6.5 or Duolingo test result of 105 score. For postgraduates, we require a confirmed bachelor degree or master to the Filipino students. We also offer EAP courses with 2 levels. However, you have to have at least IELTS 5.5, and the tuition fee is 4,100 Canadian dollars per course. And application will be included IELTS transcript degree and degree. Application fee is 150 Canadian dollars. And after receiving the application, you have to make a deposit, 9,500 Canadian dollars. There is no age limit. And the application open on October 15th for next January, March, and September intake. We have no application deadline, just first come, first serve, and the application is processed from 1 to 3 weeks. Okay, I finished my presentation here. Okay, thank you so much. See you. Please, if you have any question, please try on the chat book, and then we will try to answer it later. Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Saskatchewan Polytechnic. Now, from Saskatchewan, we are flying back to Ontario, Thunder Bay, Ontario. We have Mr. Min of Confederation College. Hello, once again.
Hello.
Hi there. Okay, so kindly stay put. I'll be sharing your screen on, right?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
All right, 1 second. Really great information that we're gaining today. So please keep notes of your question and all the important details. Every school have their unique program. Every province have something to offer. So hopefully that you would put, again, these information for your consideration when it comes to your plan in your Canadian qualification. Okay, so now I'm going to share the screen for Confederation College. They also have immigration pathway here, so very exciting. Okay, 1 second. All right, so here we go.
I chose to study at Confederation College because I hear that this college is culturally diverse, and so for this reason I think this won't be hard for me to adjust for a new environment and to interact with other people. And also this college is well known for delivering like exceptional education and training to students. There is an international education center where we can ask questions, help for guidance, and if we have problems, people there working are very helpful and approachable, and they don't make you feel that you're alone in this journey. To my fellow Filipino students, the only thing I would like to say is that if you want to study in Canada, Confederation College is the best one for you. They do not only deliver exceptional education and training to students, but will surely help you get the skills and knowledge that employers demand.
Hello everyone, my name is Min. I am a representative of Confederation College. My school is located in Thunder Bay, a middle-sized city in Ontario, Canada. International students are very interested in immigration policies after graduating in Canada. As you know, Canada has many immigration streams, including the federal, the provincials, and the stream covering certain areas. RNIP is the newest immigration in Canada. Thunder Bay is the first city which has very detailed information about RNIP. After each region, there will be requirements for different occupations. Based on that, our school has developed a list of programs matched to the NOC, the job title of RIP in Thunder Bay. As you can see in the list here, there are 3 health programs covered by this immigration pilot and 1 education program. They are medical laboratory assistant, dental assisting, personal support worker, and early childhood education. I'm going to talk about the location of Thunder Bay. This is the most vibrant city in Northwest Ontario, and with many different criteria, this city is ranked as the 2nd happiest city in Canada. Thunder Bay City is quite large, and with an area even larger than France. Thunder Bay has a double size of the whole Philippines, and the United States and Canada share the 5 largest freshwater lake of the world, and Superior Lake is the largest out of 5. On this lake, Thunder Bay has the largest inland port of the world. We have Sleeping Giant. It is a very beautiful water in Canada. It was voted number 1 for the list of 7 wonders of Canada. And our school has 9 campuses along one side of this lake. When studying overseas, students are very interested in the area where they can find part-time jobs, where they have affordable living cost. Thunder Bay is a great choice for them. And students are allowed to work part-time 20 hours per week with an average salary of 14 Canadian dollar per hour. And part-time jobs are available at a restaurant or at a supermarket. And students can also work on campus. And when they work on campus, they are not limited in just 20 hours a week. Living expenses here are very affordable, only about 50% lower compared with the Toronto or Vancouver areas. And the cost of buying ingredients for cooking is just about 40 to 50 Canadian dollar for a week. So students need to work part-time in 3 hours, and then they have enough money to buy food for a week. Confederation College is a public school founded in 1967. This area has a great combo of a college and a university. From our just need in a 20-minute walk to go to another public university named Lakehead University. Many international students worry about the study path because if the program they choose is not suitable, students may not receive a visa approval. Our school can support students by providing 2 letters of acceptance. One letter of acceptance for visa application and 1 letter of acceptance for real and actual study. Students need to contact the agent or apply more for specific instructions on this. And our school also provides conditional letter of acceptance. And if students attending today's fair apply for our school, then all the students will be waived on the application and the referral fees. Usually, if you contact the school and apply directly, you have to pay 95 Canadian dollar. We require no IELTS for all Filipino students, which means that students do not need to submit any English language certificate, or even if they go to Canada to visit Confederation College, they do not need to take any entrance examination to check their English level. And if you are a student of Confederation College in Thunder Bay, you do not need to pay for any cost of the public transportation. Students need to show the student ID card to go everywhere in Thunder Bay. Students can save up to 1,500 Canadian dollar per year if students study in Thunder Bay. After enrollment, students' health insurance is in effect, and students do not need to worry about this anymore because here in Thunder Bay, it is already included in the annual and tuition fees. We do have residence and homestay services. However, I always recommend students to rent rooms outside because the cost here is very affordable, and it is easy to find a room here outside the school with the price of 450 to 500 Canadian dollar for a month. And if compared with Toronto or Vancouver areas, the room rates here are just about 40 and 50% cheaper for the same size of room. This is a list of 70 programs open for international students. Among them, there are many diploma, advanced diploma, and postgraduate programs in aviation, in IT, engineering, media, health, and social services. We also have a lot of options for postgraduate programs because today's event is focusing on health and education. So I just list out programs here, as you can see on the screen. For health program, we have many options, including dental assisting, dental hygiene, medical laboratory assistant, personal support worker, and pre-health. For the program which are very similar to health programs, we call social services. There are 3 programs. The first one is developmental service worker, recreation therapy, and early childhood education. For postgraduate programs, we have 2 programs, which are health informatics and leadership for health professionals. Here's the column for the intake. So as you can see, S is for September, J for January, and M for May. And this column is for the duration of education. The program can be in 1 year, 2 years, or even 3 years. And here's the column for tuition fees. As you can see, here's the list for annual fee. And this is the annual fee, including auxiliary fees and tuition fee. This is a list for co-op and placement options. And of course, we do not require students to submit IELTS for any program, even with postgraduate programs. I want to emphasize on only one program, which is personal support worker, because this program has a very great immigration and job opportunities in Thunder Bay. This program is covered by 2 immigration streams, RNIP and Ontario Provincial Nominee. 100% of students will have jobs after graduation from Confederation College, and they always earn very high salary. Every hour working, student can earn 20 Canadian dollar or even higher for entry-level jobs. In Thunder Bay, students taking personal support worker will have co-op and then work with the following employers like St. Joseph Care Group, Care Partners, VON Canada, etc. There are 2 intakes in a year, January and September intake. Here's the tuition of this program for a year, and there are 2 semesters in a year. Of course, students taking personal support worker do not need to worry about the jobs after graduation. However, I just screenshotted some jobs here for your reference. For the application and requirement, students need to submit the diploma and transcript or university diploma and transcript to my school for the certificate, diploma, advanced diploma, or postgraduate programs. We also need your passport. Of course, there is no age limit for my school and also no IELTS for any programs with Confederation College. Any student who graduated from old curriculum high school, it means that you just graduated from, you need to submit a document with you, including your CV. And we require students to pay 1 semester of tuition after receiving the offer from my school. And the processing time for any application is about 1 to 2 days when you submit all full documents to my school. Here's my contact. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Another great information by Confederation College. There's a lot of things that we should really consider about. Okay, and thank you once again. Okay, so we are now gearing towards the last presentation. We have Emin of Fleming College. Hi, Emin. You're going to do a live presentation, isn't it?
Hello, Crystal. Can we just play the presentation that I sent to you?
Oh, is it does it cover the health and education?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
it has
does.
a health component.
Okay, so I'm going to share your presentation right now. Share screen. 1 second. Here we are.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. My name is Eman Herojas. I'm the regional representative of Fleming College here in the Philippines. Thank you for attending this webinar. I hope you guys are all safe and doing well. And for today, I will discuss to you why you should study in Fleming College. So to begin, Fleming College is located in Ontario, Canada, particularly in Peterborough, Ontario. We are a public school, so it means we are a designated learning institution, and all our programs are post-graduation work permit eligible. So after you graduate in a Fleming College, you have the opportunity to have a full-time work in Canada. So we have four campuses. We have campus in Peterborough, Lindsay, Haliburton, and Coburg. So our main campus, Peterborough, is just 1.5 hours away from Toronto and just around 45 minutes hour drive to the Greater Toronto area city. So we are a mid-sized campus. So our total student population is around 6,800 full-time students. And in terms of programs, we do have business. We have over 120 programs related to business, health sciences, community development sciences, environmental sciences. So we have a bit of everything. So this is the map of Ontario, just to give you an idea where exactly our campuses are located. So our main campus, Peterborough, it is where all our common programs are located, like business, health sciences, engineering, culinary, all our common programs are in Peterborough. And we have 3 satellite campuses. Lindsay, this is our specialized campus for environmental sciences. Haliburton for arts, and Coburg for academic upgrading. So in Canada, our city is also known as the Heart of Ontario because we are located in the middle of Ontario. And in terms of a Filipino community, we have a solid and growing Filipino community inside their city. So as an international student in Fleming College, it's easier to find Filipino connections inside their city. They do conduct events, salo-salo. And there are also global companies located inside our city like Rolls-Royce, Siemens, Minutemen, PepsiCo, and more. So in terms of opportunities inside our city, our city, Peterborough, was included in the top cities in Canada with the highest employment rates. So we were included in the top 20 in 2017. So opportunities are waiting for you. It can be for part-time or after graduation. In terms of international students, we do have around 1,800 international students from more than 33 countries. So we do have international students from South American countries, Vietnam, China, Korea, India, and of course, Philippines. So one of the main advantages you'll experience when you study in Fleming College is you can study and live in Peterborough and explore opportunities in the central business district of Canada, which is Toronto. The good thing about it is that you can save in the cost of living inside Peterborough, and if you're competitive, you can find opportunities in those big cities. We do have international students doing their part time in Toronto and in the Greater Toronto area. And the good thing about it is you will enjoy the cheaper cost of living inside Peterborough. So in terms of accommodation, you can just find accommodation there for this around 400 to 600 Canadian dollar per month, which is lower if you compare it to other cities. And then we have free transportation to all our international students. So if you study in Fleming, you don't need to worry about your transportation. You can go anywhere inside a city. Peterborough and Lindsay, from Monday to Sunday, you can go to malls, parks, restaurants, grocery stores, hospitals, everywhere. Monday to Sunday, unlimited rent. So this is a big gap in your living expenses. So in terms of programs, we do have health-related programs. This is our most in-demand field in the Philippines. We do have health information management, occupational therapy assistant, physiotherapy assistant. We do have biotechnology advanced. We do have two pharmacy-related programs, community pharmacy assistant and pharmacy technician program. And our most in-demand program in the Philippines is occupational therapy assistant and physiotherapy assistant program. So most of our students there, most of our Filipino students there do already have license in PT or in OT. So these are our post-grad business programs. We have international business management, global business management, project management, supply chain management. If you're looking for a business program, we are highly encouraging you to take post-grad business programs because we know when you apply, and most of our students in semi college, when they apply to business programs, they do already have a business background. So it's better for you to boost your credentials by taking post-grad programs. And our business students, they are also exposed to applied projects. And we do have a lot of innovation clusters inside RCD that can fund your project. So in terms of engineering programs, here are engineering-related programs, mechatronics, computer engineering, construction engineering, electrical engineering. So the duration of those programs are usually 2 years, and they will be exposed more on hands-on learning. So in terms of English language requirements, we're waiving the IELTS requirements to all our Filipino applicants. So as long as they're a passport holder, they're eligible for the waiving of IELTS requirement. So this is eligible to all our programs with an exemption to our pharmacy technician program. We still require 6.5, no but below 6 in our pharmacy technician program. So as long as you have an English certificate as medium of instruction, you can already proceed to direct admission. So there's no need for you to take an English exam inside our campus. So in terms of key performance indicators, this is a proof that we do have a good reputation in Canada. In terms of student satisfaction rate, we have 82.7%. We are third in Ontario. So this is out of the 24 public colleges in Ontario. In terms of overall quality of facilities, we're second in Ontario. And the most important indicators are located below. In terms of graduate employment rate, we do have 88.6%. So it means that our graduates can find work within 6 months after graduation. And not just that, their employers are also happy with their performance. We do have 95.7% employer satisfaction rate. So our graduates are highly in demand in Canada. And we do have a good reputation to employers. So in terms of services, we do offer free airport pickup to our new students. We'll pick them up in the airport for free, and we will transport them to their accommodation in Peterborough for free. We also do provide free accommodation on first days, like a day or two hotel stay. We do also have application fee for the entire Philippine market. And in terms of scholarships, we do have two kinds of scholarship: entry scholarship and merit-based scholarship. So for the entry scholarship, we're giving out 1,250 entry scholarship as long as the student have at least 80% GPA from previous school and IELTS score 6.5 or below 6. So if the student wants to get entry scholarship, they still need to take IELTS. But for direct admission, they can just present an English certificate, medium of instruction. So the next scholarship is merit-based scholarship. Maximum incentive we can give is $2,000 per semester. There's a grade or GPA range bracket below. And if you can maintain the the highest GPA requirement, maximum incentive you can get is $4,000 per year. And currently, there are Filipino students enjoying this merit-based scholarship. So it is achievable for Filipinos to be qualified in this merit-based scholarship. In terms of accommodation promo, in case you are already allowed to fly in Canada, we're still giving a promo with 375 Canadian dollar per month accommodation for international students. So it is very low compared to other cities. 375, one of the cheapest in Ontario. Just 5-minute walk away, Fleming, fully furnished, internet and food. All utilities are there. So for the application requirements, we do a photocopy of passport, high school documents, college documents, English certificate, resume, emergency contact. As long as you have this the application requirements, you will receive your LOA. And our average turnaround times is around 3 to 5 working days. So in terms of tuition fee, our tuition fee, it depends on what program, but the range is between 7,500 Canadian dollar to 9,000 Canadian dollar per semester. So that's it. If you have questions, you can just send me an email or contact our partner agents here in the Philippines. Thank you for listening. And before I end my presentation, let's watch this video.
Alrighty. Thanks very much, Fleming College. All right, thank you very much once again, Fleming College. Emma, that was a wonderful presentation. All our guest speakers today really have presented ideally the core features of each campus. Every campus has unique program offerings, and they also have very distinguished facilities and additional value, IELTS waive, free public transportation, co-op, job placements. I think these are all essential when it comes to your planning. Okay, so now we are going to proceed with the next activity. I know we're really cramped for time, so if it's still possible to do a Q&A, we'll have to see about it. But I think all of the information are quite sufficient. If you do have further questions, write it in the chat box, and maybe Team ACN, of course, us with our partners will try to answer as much as possible. Okay, so I'm passing the virtual mic to Bea now. Hi, Bea.
Hi, thank you so much, Crystal. Thank you to all our partner schools. So now, exciting. It's time for our games. So everyone is encouraged to join because if you win, you will receive a prize after this virtual fair. So I will just share my screen so that we can see the questions. Okay. So these are just easy questions, no? These are mostly about Canada, okay? So in order for you to join, you have to type your answers in the chat box. Paunahan po, the first to get the answer right is the winner. So I have my colleague Anna to help me see kung sino yung nauna sa mga questions natin to see who gets the answer right. Okay? So is everyone ready? So let's just stretch our fingers so that we can type in the question. All right? So for our first question, we have here, so what is Canada's national animal? So if you know the question, you know the answer, please type it in the chat box. So the first one to get this right will get a prize. What is the prize? We'll tell you later at the end of the questions. Okay. So what is Canada's animal? Okay, so we have here the first, Chad Fay Leg Boom Facile. Okay, so yes, that is the correct answer. It is the beaver. All right, so you can see Mr. Beaver there on the side of my screen. Okay, congratulations, Chad Fay. Okay, so Anna, take note for our first question winner. Okay, so our second question. All right, Canada produces almost 80% of the world's what? Okay, so Canada is the largest exporter of this product. So what is this product? Okay, it is very famous. Hint, you actually put this on your pancakes. It is. All right, congratulations, Trisha Bellipa. It's maple syrup. So you saw Mr. Beaver holding maple syrup kanina. So it's just a small hint na kagad, no? All right, so congratulations, Trisha. Okay, so that is our second question. Right now, let's change it up a bit. I'll be showing pictures on the screen, okay? And then you will have to guess what is the item or who is on the picture, okay? So first we have here, what is this? So hint, it is a well-known Canadian coffee chain. So who knows what this item is? Oops. I'm so sorry. Nakita niyo ba? Okay. Yes, that's correct. Mr. Josh Panaligan, it is Tim Hortons. Okay? For a while, I'm sorry, I'm having Okay, yes, it is Tim Hortons. Okay, so Tim Hortons is actually established in Canada. It's actually in Hamilton, Ontario. Okay? All right. So next question we have here. Okay, who is this famous Canadian singer? Okay, so it's a hint. He is well known for his songs Baby, Yummy, his album like Purpose. Okay, that's correct, Dayanara Abay. It's Justin Bieber. It is Justin Bieber. Okay, so yes, that is Justin Bieber. That's what he looks like now, no? It's very different from the boyish look that we all knew him. Okay, next. Okay, so this one. Who is this? She is currently the Canadian head of state. So who is this? Can anyone guess? All right. She is the current Canadian head of state. All right. Congratulations again, Miss Dayanara Abay. It is Queen Elizabeth. Okay. So technically she is Queen Elizabeth II. Okay. So my colleague Anna has taken note of the winners for this question and for this games. Okay. So we have five winners for this, 2 for the trivia questions, and then 3 winners for this Guess Who. What is your prize? Congratulations. You will all receive 300 pesos. I can send it through your GCash, your PayMaya, or any bank that you have. We will be in touch with you to give you your prizes. So congratulations to our winners. Thank you so much for joining. We'll be having another question games for the afternoon session. And now it is time for our question and answer.